Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of This Is Our Life. I'm sorry, but the vision is getting worse and worse here. It's harder and harder to see things clearly anyway. I don't see anything clearly, but anyway, so
just about a week and we'll get you that done.
yeah. We get to actually get out of the house.
Run!
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we don't do anything now, but we just take walks, you know. Maybe we go to the red shed, right?
I think that's what it is.
The red shed and look around. There's not a whole lot to do in this town. I was thinking about hitting the rail trail and seeing how long it would take to get to Keene. I know people do it, but I might wind up getting to Keene and going, oh no, there's no way I'm walking back. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Maybe I should walk up to a point, whatever that point is, once I realize, you know, I can still walk back, but I can't walk any more than that. Anyway, the reason I wanted to make this video was some postings on Facebook. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to our daughter and anybody else. I didn't mean to scare anybody yesterday. I thought I was making a funny video. Obviously, I'm not dead. You know, I wasn't killed by a bear because I made the video. And I wasn't mauled because, you know, so I apologize for upsetting anybody. Somebody said, do you really want to go to Boston considering all that's going on? I'm like, you know, for those who don't know, I'm from Spain. I'm from Cadiz, C-A-D-I-Z, Cadiz. In my day, you know, which was when Franco was in power, there were a lot of things going on, you know, and the one thing you had to deal with was the boss blowing things up. You know, wherever they would put a bomb, car bombs were popular. Did we stop living our lives? No. You could be taken by the Guardia Civil and disappear. You could wind up in prison for nothing. You could, you know, you didn't dare speak out against the government. If you spoke out against the government, you were a dead man. You know, and we complain over here, and I am one of those who complains. But let me tell you, it was even worse in Spain under Franco than it is here. Things are getting, there are some things that are as bad there, and I fear that things will get as bad, but they're not there yet. I'm speaking from experience here, people. And look, we didn't stop living our lives. Yeah, so you're walking down the street and a car could blow up. A bomb could go off. You didn't stop living your life because, you know what? The probability is it's not going to happen. I'm not saying... Okay, the probability is something will happen. But the probability is it won't happen to you. And if it does happen to you, you know what? Bad things happen in life. And you're never going to stop those bad things from happening. We knew the risks, but the way we lived, it was a risk. This existing was a risk in those days, in that place. And we had to go to Sevilla. We had to go to Sevilla for a lot of reasons. One, you know, we wanted to go shopping. That was where you went. You had, you know, how do you say, like, legal business. Like, you had to, like, register. Like, when my father registered my birth, we had to go to Sevilla, you know, to register my birth. You couldn't do it in my hometown. You had to go to Sevilla. It was the closest place to do a lot of that kind of stuff. It was the closest big city. It's probably even bigger now. Things are a lot better in Spain today than they were back then, but you didn't stop living your life, people. You can't live in fear. Hear it?
Yes.
The town horn is going off. That means fire or ambulance or something.
I think it's usually the fire truck.
Fire. So what I'm saying is, look. So what I would expect to happen, I mean, you look at all the people that were at the Boston Marathon. Hey, the runners, the spectators, etc. The total number of people that were injured and killed is minuscule compared to all the people that were there. Compared to all the people that were there, most didn't even see what happened. They weren't anywhere in that area. We could walk down the street in Sevilla, and maybe in English, I think people would say Seville, but that's not how you say it. It irks me when people mispronounce certain things in Spanish. But anyway, we could be walking down the street, we could hear a kaboom, look back, and, it could be a car bomb gone off, and maybe nobody was even hurt. It's possible nobody was standing right there when it went off. Maybe there was a car bomb and it wasn't done right or whatever. I don't know. So it didn't even go off in the first place, which would be great, that it doesn't go off. You can't live in fear. The Guardia Civil would arrest my father on a regular basis. The reason they did it was because they wanted a bribe. Well, my father was who he was, and we knew the right people, and my father's secretary called Colonel Serrano in Sevilla, and Colonel Serrano called Colonel Serrano's office, we'd call the Guardia Civil office in Cádiz, and tell them to let him go. And he didn't have to pay the bribe. And then we were driving down, let's say we were going somewhere. Let's say we're going from my hometown to Sevilla. And the policia, they stop us. All my dad would have to do is say, we're going to see Colonel Serrano. Oh, I'll just check in, just make sure you're okay. Please continue. Well, I'm not in that kind of a position anymore. I don't even use my title. Not that it's a major title, it's very minimal, but, very minor, but, just keep living your life and don't live it in fear. Because if you live it in fear, whoever is doing the whatever, they win, you lose. Don't live in fear. I'm not saying don't take safety precautions. Keep your eyes out. Take my eyes out. Keep your eyes open. Look around, listen. Not that I can hear very well, but, just keep living your life. Don't live in fear.